Wetland mitigation is the replacement or the compensation of a wetland impact. As a producer, sometimes you have wetlands that are in areas of your field that impede your progress, impede your farming practices. Sometimes those wetlands need to be impacted in order to make your farming more efficient. Wetland mitigation can help by taking that impacted wetland and putting that in maybe a corner of your wetland that's unproductive. So if we can make a wetland, restore a wetland, we can turn that into a mitigation wetland. Now we're making that land productive for you. Wetland mitigation banking, it's a similar concept, except you are making mitigation wetlands and you're able to sell those wetland mitigation credits. So now you can take your mitigation wetland that's over here and sell it to your neighbor for a certain credit. There's two types of wetland mitigation banks in North Dakota. The first type is regulated by the Corps of Engineers. Those are credits. If you develop a wetland mitigation bank, you can sell those credits to developers. Those are people that are out of the farm program that are impacting wetlands. If you develop an agricultural wetland bank, those credits are going to be specified for agricultural wetland impacts. On this specific piece of land, we developed 5 acres of wetland mitigation credits that replaced 5 acres of wetlands that were spread throughout the agricultural field. The land, it was cropped very unproductive. They put a lot of inputs in, did not get any outputs out of that land. There were a couple drained wetlands in there, so we were able to restore those wetlands as well as create some additional wetlands and create this 5 acres of wetland mitigation credits. This site was designed to have numerous smaller wetlands within it. Not a big lake. You can see the bottoms of those wetlands are barren of vegetation right now, meaning they ponded water during the summer, but now they've dried out. We planted native grasses around them, and we were able to create this wildlife habitat sanctuary within this agricultural field. Wetland mitigation has numerous benefits. First off, you can take a piece of your property that is unproductive, your inputs are high, your outputs are low. By improving that area, now you can go and impact a wetland within your agricultural field and make that even better. The second really benefit of wetland mitigation is it can be an investment. You can create a wetland mitigation bank, sell those banking credits, and turn it into an investment. Third, wetland mitigation, it can make a really nice wildlife habitat area. You're making these mitigation wetlands, you're gonna set them aside. If you can put a little block of area habitat around those, all those provide habitat for game birds and deer, even when they're dry. The best part of my job is to come to a site like this specific site and see what it is now versus what it was. When I first came to this site, it looked like an alkali flat. There was saline, there was no vegetation, salts all over the place, no wildlife habitat. Now we have numerous wetlands, we have an area of grassland, we have wildlife habitat. This is by far the most satisfying part of my job. So Moore Engineering, it can offer all types of wetland services. It can do wetland delineations, it can do agricultural wetland determinations. We understand the regulatory agencies, the regulatory rules, the permitting process. We have the experience, we have experts, biologists, environmental scientists type. We also have the engineering firm, the surveyors. We can take a project from the start and get that project all the way to the finish.